Hey everybody, good morning. This is Tim Martell here with Glen Beck. We're going to be talking today about Sunphosate 75 WDG. It's our dry glyphosate product. And Glenn has been using this product for quite a few years. And we're just going to talk about some of his experiences with the product, how he's liked it, some of the packaging, convenience, and importantly, the efficacy that he sees in his herbicide program. So Glenn, how long have you been using Sunphosate 75?
Approximately 8 years
Okay,
right now. Prior to that, we were on a liquid formulation and then moved to the dry formulation
right.
8 years ago.
Okay. And tell us a little bit, like when you got introduced to the product, kind of what were some of the drivers that made you, want to switch from using liquid glyphosate formulations to the extruded granule dry glyphosate, Sunphosate?
Just the main reason was just the ease of using it. Anytime there is a liquid involved, that liquid means leaks.
Okay.
And depending on how it's transported, how it's packaged, if it's in a mini bulk, you could have a faulty valve. If it's in smaller containers, they can tip over and they leak. And that would happen on a regular basis. And
Okay.
with the dry formulation, that is eliminated.
Okay, very good. Well, how about your, packaging's important, but the bottom line, most growers are looking at is what's the efficacy. So you've got, I know you've had in place a strong herbicide program for all your grows over the years, and I've always admired the way your weed control program is working. But what have some of the results been with the Sunphosate 75, and what were your expectations, and just how has the product worked?
So, well, whenever we first started using it, we said, well, if it works as well as the liquid formulations, we would be fine with it. And it has done just that. It performs just as good, and we even believe that there are some problem weeds, some broadleafs that we think it does a little better than a liquid formulation. So, but again, it's proved to be a perfect fit for our operation.
Right, and I know you have groves in different parts of the states, and you also have a caretaking business. So you guys are very mobile, going to a lot of different places. How has the product worked in that you have different sprayers and applicators going to different groves and throughout your herbiciding program?
Yeah, it's worked well. Geographically, we're pretty spread out. We're currently in 7 counties, and it's ranging anywhere from the sand hill to the flatwoods, dry and wet terrain as well. And the performance has been good on all of them. It seems to be pretty consistent across the board.
Okay, very good. Well, so we've talked about efficacy. We've talked a little bit about packaging. How about mixing? A lot of people, they may think, okay, liquid's just going to do a better job for me because it's easier to mix, or measurements and things like that can be different with dry compared to liquid formulations. How has your the mixing gone with the product?
Absolutely no problems. It's a very soluble product in water. A very minimal amount of agitation is needed to keep it in suspension. When it hits water, it immediately is dispersed. We've had no nozzle issues, filter issues, clogging. It tank mixes well with anything else, any residuals that we may put it with. So
okay. And the Sunphosate 75, in case you're not familiar with the product, it does come preloaded with ammonium sulfate. Do you think that is a positive for the product?
So, oh, absolutely, because the weather's not gonna be favorable at all times. You're gonna run into these dry stress times, and so with the incorporation of that, it's gonna help it get in there and do a better job.
And then also can help with your water if you might have pH issues or
Yes,
something like that.
yes.
Okay, so the efficacy sounds good. Mixing compatibility with other products and the mixing of the product itself sounds good. Sounds like you're pretty comfortable with the packaging. It comes 2 11-pound bags per case. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and on that packaging, of course, you know, in the traditional liquid, you've got a plastic jug to get rid of and rinse and all. And this, you know, you have a bag that is easily disposed of in a cardboard box that burns.
And so you don't have to worry about calling your supplier to, hey, I got too many empty totes out here, or I need to triple rinse jugs and things of that nature. You've eliminated all of that.
Yes, yes.
Well, Glenn, thanks so much for all the great information today about Sunphosate 75. We really appreciate it. We appreciate your loyalty in using the product and being able to get this message out to other growers that they can switch from liquid glyphosate to the Sunphosate 75 extruded granule glyphosate. So on behalf of TRC Partners, myself, our team, we want to say thank you, and we hope that your groves continue to look as good as they do today, because this is really fantastic looking citrus, and should send a positive message that farming citrus in Florida, you can still do a good job with it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.